Hello, 5 minutes to strategize for 5 days beginning 19th October. Last Thursday, the fatigue factor seemed to have caught up with the stock markets. After 10 consecutive sessions of gaining in indices, on Thursday the Nifty saw a major sell-off. It lost 291 points. With a modest recovery on Friday, it closed at 11,742. Still a 1.27% loss over the previous Friday. The price action in TCS was supported by the buyback announcement at 3,000. But Wipro, which announced a similar buyback at 400, could not emulate this action. Wipro retraced from a high of 387 to 339. Mindtree also saw a contrasting price action, which clocked an 88% growth year on year in the quarterly profits, but the stock price retraced to 1,325. In its guidance to investors, Infosys has revised upwards the operating profit margins to the 23-24% ranges, and this is reflected in the strong price in the market. Many brokerages are still bullish on Infosys. In the derivatives of options and futures, some volatility heightening is being reflected with VIX firming up to 21.64. The rupee closed at 73.35 against the dollar, with Brent firm at 43 and gold just below $1,900 an ounce. The market will definitely look for cues for the dollar to take directions, as the dollar index was also firm at 93.70. The purported stimulus through the cash for LTC scheme was not received by the markets with much favor. The centre's decision to borrow on behalf of the states for making good the shortfall in GST revenues that it owes to the states, though professed to be fisc neutral, was also not very comforting. Though the 10-year yield on the benchmark was firm at 5.93, the mid-tenor segment, that is the 3-year and 5-year, saw some firming up. Though Reserve Bank has put very clearly their priority for growth over inflation, investors have been more vocal in expressing their discomfort at the negative interest returns they have been receiving, adjusted for inflation. This is otherwise known as real rate of interest. Maybe the safer haven theory is what is holding on the fixed income investors to this market. This Saturday, HDFC Bank announced their quarterly results. Did Aditya Puri miss the 20% number in quarterly growth in profits? In his parting essay, the bank clocked 18% growth in profits. Have an interesting week ahead.